So my name is Doug Millard, I'm the Space Curator at the Science Museum in London, but here we are today in the Ulster Transport Museum. So just behind me is a real spacecraft, it's a real spaceship. It's been into space. It's the one that took Tim Peake, Tim Kopra and Yuri Malenchenko up to the space station in 2015 and then brought them back, same crew, 6 months later. So this has been into space, it's the real thing.
It's an extremely exciting day today to welcome Tim Peake's spacecraft, so the spacecraft that he actually flew to space in and back on is here for people to see. And you know, I think for all of us having the opportunity to actually see something like this and the real thing is just, it's so cool, you know, it really gives you some perspective on what's involved in space travel and the fact that it's quite small and 3 astronauts in spacesuits had to sit in this.
The capsule is here with us until the 12th of May, and while they're here they can see the capsule itself and the parachute. We've also got the spacesuit that Tim Peake wore, and they can take part in a virtual reality experience, hurtling through space as Tim Peake would have done. So there's lots to enjoy around the Tim Peake experience. And then just while they're here, go and explore the rest of our collections. We have a DeLorean, we have material relating to Titanic, we have these incredible locomotives you can see in the gallery here. So really just rediscover the Transport Museum.
More than 1500 degrees C is what it would experience, so the thing is nearly on fire coming back. So yeah, I mean, you can totally see the scorch marks, you know, from the re-entry, how it's really had to be a tough craft to withstand a re-entry. But it just goes to show, I suppose, space travel is not easy. You know, this spacecraft has been around for decades, iterations over the decades, but essentially the same type of craft. And I think, you know, it gives some perspective, the size of the chute and the types of technicalities that are involved. You know, kids seeing something like this and being more aware that Tim Peake was in space and this was his research that he did and this was his work that he did before he went. I absolutely have no doubt that there'll be kids that come along to see something like this and will be inspired, even to think differently about their own careers, their own futures and what they want to become when they grow up. So, you know, I got to go to NASA when I was 11. Not every child gets to do that, so I think in having this here and being able to bring kids along, it's invaluable, really.
This spacecraft has travelled millions and millions of miles while it was attached to the space station. Now it's in your vicinity, it's in your locality. Come and have a look at it, it's real. You may not get a chance to see it again so closely.